Okay, let's just get right into it. I need you to listen closely, because there is a very, very good chance you are being robbed. No, not in some dark alley, but every single day, by the one institution you're supposed to trust with your money, your bank. It's quiet, it's subtle, and believe me, it is costing you thousands. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to pull back the curtain on how your bank is actually making you poor. Then, we'll talk about the high cost of free banking. And we'll bust the #1 myth that keeps people stuck in bad accounts. After that, I'll show you a super simple system to get organized. And the best part? We'll wrap with a 1-hour action plan so you can fix all of this, like today.
All right, first up, we have to talk about the silent pickpocket in all of our lives, a little thing called inflation, and why your bank account is basically rolling out the welcome mat for it. So let me ask you something straight up. Is that savings account of yours, the place where you stash your money to keep it safe, is it actually making you poorer with every single day that goes by? For most people with a big traditional bank, the answer is a definite yes.
Okay, so let's set a baseline. Right now, a good high-yield savings account, we'll call it an HYSA, can pay you 4, sometimes even 5% or more on your cash. Just burn this number into your brain. This is what your money should be earning while it's just sitting there. But here comes the villain of our story, inflation. Let's just say for argument's sake it's running at 3.5%. This is the rate at which the purchasing power of your money is just evaporating. Every dollar you have will buy 3.5% less stuff a year from now. So you do the simple math, right? You earn 4%, but you lose 3.5% to inflation. Your real return is a measly 0.5%. You're barely keeping your head above water. But wait, it gets so much worse. Because that 0.5% scenario, that was the good one. Now look at this. According to the FDIC, the average traditional savings account pays a pathetic 0.42%. No, that is not a typo. So if inflation is 3.5% and you're only making 0.42%, you are actively losing over 3% of your money's value every single year. Your bank is literally making you poorer.
And as if that's not bad enough, it's not just the interest you're not getting. Let's talk about the fees you're paying for the privilege of them losing your money. This is the high cost of free banking.
$12. It sounds like nothing, right? It shows up on your statement, you kind of shrug, you move on. It's just $12. And that is exactly what they're counting on.
But that $12 a month is $144 a year. Every single year. Think about that. That's a really nice dinner out, a new pair of running shoes. Just gone. Poof. Handed over to your bank. For what exactly?
But here's the real kick in the teeth. It's not just the $144 you lost. If you had taken that same money and invested it instead, over 10 years, it could have grown into over $2,500. That's the real cost. It's the fee itself, plus all the money it never even got a chance to become.
I am being completely serious. Pause this right now. Pick up your phone, open your banking app, find your savings account interest rate, then look at your checking account for monthly fees. Just ask yourself, what am I paying them and what are they paying me? I'm willing to bet the numbers are going to tick you off.
And if you need more convincing, just look at the long-term impact. Let's say you've got 10 grand saved up. In that sad traditional account, after a decade, you've made a whopping $432. Whoop-de-doo. Meanwhile, in a high-yield account earning 5%, you've made over $6,000 in interest. That is the difference between your money taking a nap and your money actually getting up and going to work for you.
So, you see the numbers, you get it. But you might be asking, why doesn't everybody just switch? Well, that brings us to the biggest, most damaging myth in all of banking. It's the fear that keeps people chained to these awful accounts.
You've probably heard this, maybe you've even thought it yourself. An online bank, I don't know, feels sketchy. What if they just vanish with all my money? Look, these are normal feelings, but they are completely 100% disconnected from the facts. The fact is, these online banks have the exact same federal protection as that giant bank in the corner with the marble columns.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Here's a quote from Experian. Whether it's the FDIC for banks or the NCUA for credit unions, your money is guaranteed by the federal government up to $250,000. If the bank fails, you get your money back. It is just as safe, period. The only real difference is that online banks aren't wasting money on fancy lobbies and tellers, so they can pass those savings on to you in the form of way higher interest rates.
Okay, so we've officially busted that myth. Now, let's get to the fun part, the solution. It is a wonderfully simple, beautifully organized way to manage your money called the bucket system.
And the idea could not be easier. Instead of having one or two messy accounts where your bill money and your vacation money and your emergency money are all just sloshing around together, you create dedicated buckets. Each one has one specific job. This isn't about making things complicated, it's about giving your money clarity and purpose. Okay, bucket number 1, your checking account. I want you to think of this as your financial mailroom. Paychecks come in, your rent and your bills go out. It is a high-traffic area. The absolute key here is to keep as little money in here as possible, just enough to cover your monthly expenses. This is a tool, not a storage unit.
Bucket number 2, this is your new best friend, the high-yield savings account. This is your command center for all your short-term goals. Your emergency fund, that's 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses, it lives right here. Safe, accessible, and actually earning you some real interest. Same goes for that vacation you're planning next summer, or the down payment for a car. Anything you're going to need in the next year or two goes here.
And finally, bucket number 3, your investment account. This is the long-term wealth builder. This is for money you will not need to touch for at least 5 years, probably much longer. This is where you buy things like index funds that have the potential to grow way faster than any savings account. This isn't for saving, this is for building serious, life-changing wealth down the road.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. 3 accounts? That sounds like a lot of work to manage. And you know what? That's where you'd be wrong. Because we are going to make the machines do all of the heavy lifting for us.
Check out how simple this is. The moment your paycheck lands in your checking account, you set up an automatic transfer to send a certain amount to your savings and another amount to your investments. It just happens. Even better, ask your HR department if they can split your direct deposit for you. Then the money doesn't even touch your checking account. Your saving and investing happen without you lifting a finger. It is the definition of set it and forget it.
Okay, I hope you're feeling fired up. You see the problem, you now see the solution. So let's land this plane with the final piece, a dead simple action plan that you can knock out in about an hour. Yes, 1 hour. Here it is, 4 simple steps. Step 1, spend 15 minutes on your phone researching high-yield savings accounts. Step 2, pick one and open it. The online application seriously takes about 10 minutes. Step 3, link your old bank account, move some money over, and, this is the most important part, set up those automatic transfers. And finally, Step 4, once your money is safe in its new home, call up your old bank and tell them you want to close that useless fee-sucking account for good. That is it, 1 hour to totally change your financial future.
So I am going to leave you with this one last question. A year from today, what do you want your bank account to look like? Is it going to be exactly the same as it is now, just quietly bleeding value to fees and inflation? Or is it going to be a powerful, automated system that's actively growing your wealth and pushing you towards your goals? You know, the choice is totally yours, and it really only takes about an hour to make it. Hey, if this explainer opened your eyes, do me a favor and subscribe for more simple, no-nonsense ways to make your money start working a lot harder for you. It's time to stop letting your bank get rich off you. And it's time for you to start building your own wealth.